Hope you're doing well this evening. My name is Gar Ragland, and I am the... Do we have it now? There we are. Thank you. Thanks, Max. Good evening. Welcome to the Kennedy Center and to our second installment of the three-part concert series that we're producing on behalf of NewSong Music. My name is Gar Ragland. I am the director of NewSong Music, and we welcome you to the second installment of our three-part series, Verse Refrain, an exploration of song. And if you joined us last week for last Thursday's concert featuring J. Bert Sjogren and Max Hat Etta Glass, welcome back. We're glad you came back. This week's installment is a very special one for us. One of the things that NewSong Music produces on an annual basis is an annual performance and songwriting competition that the finals take place at Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts to our north each fall. And at each finals, we invite 10 finalists to come from all over the country and North America to come and perform and compete. And these two artists are our two most recent winners of our competition. Rachael Kilgour, who hails originally from Duluth, Minnesota, she just recently moved to Boston, Massachusetts, was our 2015 winner. All right, we have some. And to our left is Wilder Adkins from Birmingham, Alabama, is our most recent and reigning winner of the NewSong Music Competition. So it is a real honor and pleasure to be able to work with these artists and all of the fantastic artists that we get to discover on an annual basis through this program. And you're in for a real treat. The intent of this series is to explore the creative process behind songwriting by pairing two different artists who complement each other. There are some similarities, as I'm sure you will hear, and there are also some differences. And I've asked the two artists to provide a little exposition and narrative on their songwriting process when the opportunity arrives this evening. So the format is they're going to take turns performing and discussing their music. So please help me welcome Rachael Kilgour and Wilder Adkins.
Thank you. So I drove about 12 hours to get here, and I think Rachael drove about 8, so 20 hours total, and all I'm saying is you guys better be appreciative. Oh, no, you don't have to clap, I was just kidding. But yeah, seriously, I do welcome all feedback, good and bad, so if you want, just write it on the back of a 20, and you can pass it up here in between songs, and I'll be happy to accept it. This song I'm going to do for you is called When I'm Married, and it's just kind of an exploration of relationships. I guess I kind of found that a lot of love songs are just all good and don't really kind of mention like how hard it is to be in a relationship. So I wanted to keep the positive aspect of that, but also kind of acknowledge that it is a struggle and there is some work to it. And I was lucky enough to have this song added to the playlist on Sirius XM's The Coffee House. So if you have satellite radio, that's channel 14, and you can look out for it. Oh, when I am married, there will be no magic words, and there will be no transformation, just a white-dressed girl. And we will tie ourselves together with a spoken solemn vow. We will fight for one another till they lay us in the ground. 'Cause I am yours and you are mine. I am yours and you are mine. And there's a love that grows between us like a gently creeping vine. Well, I am bound to fail you, lover. Oh, I'm bound to let you down. Oh, but do not give up on me. How I long to make you proud. And in my heart there is an ocean throwing waves upon the shore. And if you go from me, my darling, they will not crash anymore. 'Cause I am yours and you are mine. I am yours and you are mine. And there's a love that grows between us like a gently creeping vine. Oh, and when I am older and my eyes no longer shine, still I'll long to see you, lover. Oh, you are my Columbine. And I have seen the mighty rivers, and I've seen the moon and stars. And I know there is no other that could penetrate my heart. How you penetrate my heart. 'Cause I am yours and you are mine. I am yours and you are mine. And there's a love that grows between us like a gently creeping vine, like a gently creeping vine, like a gently creeping vine. Thank you.
Well, supposedly we're supposed to compliment one another. I thought that was really good. Wow. So one of the treats of this show is that Wilder and I have never met one another. So this is the last hour and a half has been our first introduction. This is my first time seeing him on stage doing his thing. What a treat. I really like the magic that can happen in doing, it's a very different animal playing a round robin set with another. It's kind of more like a, you know, as a songwriter, sometimes you get up on stage and have like this narrative, some arc of a story that you're telling, and this is a little bit more like a choose your own adventure. I wasn't planning on playing this song, but he played that one, so here we go. We were tiny young things when they filled our heads with love songs, the fabled romantic affair. Now we spend our days longing for that one true love to keep us from a long and lonely despair. And we fall for it hard. Yes, we play by the rules, so bewitched by the target. But oh, how cruel it seems, such an unforgiving dream. Oh, we've been set up for a crushing defeat. Tell me who measures up to the fantasies, the fiction, who reads the thoughts in your head. What if love is ordinary, like patience and forgiveness, and taking turns making the bed? Well, I'm a cynic these days, but I want to believe a more humble endeavor might still be worth working toward. Your dirty clothes on the floor. Loving is a hard-earned reward. Is it hope or delusion? Are we heroes or human? I've come to believe something in between. Well, there you are, so imperfect, there you are, and it's clear. Oh, I don't have the words yet, but love sincerely, I am willing. And what greater oath can an honest heart make?
Very nice. So I thought since we're in the nation's capital, I could give you guys some facts about different states throughout the show. So something I learned today, Wyoming only has 2 escalators in the whole state, and they both go down. Any people from Wyoming here? I don't think so. That'd be pretty statistically improbable because it's the least populated state. a lot of wilderness there. And so this song I'm going to play for you is called Wild Things. Tell all my friends I am moving out. I cannot abide anymore in this town. Well, I have stayed long as I could stay, so burn all my things, yeah, or give them away. On crowded streets lined with telephone wires, there I'll make my escape, like a rabbit in the briar. Oh, and wild things they are calling me. Oh, wild woods and that raging sea. Oh, so long since I felt so free. When I am gone, don't you worry for me. There's a peace in my soul where a thorn used to be. And I was drowning in a sea of gray, and I had not been living, no, just wilting away. And on some day when that sun shines through and you're feeling that urge, oh, you know what to do. Well, tell them wild things they are calling me. Oh, wild woods and that raging sea. Oh, so long since I felt so free. Thank you.
Well, we've been asked to share some of our songwriting process, and I was thinking while you're playing that, your bio says something about Mary Oliver, and that makes sense in a lot of ways. I think this next song, I'm going to share a song, it's pretty new for me that I wrote for my dad. And often I find my songwriting comes out of intense emotion and sometimes injustice. And I guess this is maybe a mixture of both. It's a song. My dad isn't doing particularly well health-wise, and I wrote the song thinking about growing up with him working all of the time. He was a good, hard worker, a contractor, and self-employed, and did it all on his own, and worked really hard to provide for the family. And I noticed that, there's obviously a conversation here all across the country about what healthcare looks like, and I don't know what's fair, what is just. And anyways, here we are, a song for my dad. My dad worked hard from the time he was young to win the respect of his father, the love of his mom, and nobody had high hopes for the scrappy farm kid. But nobody loved a challenge like my old man did. So with his hands in his sweat, a hammer and a cigarette, long hours in the hot sun, he built a foundation, late for dinner every night, sunburn and an appetite. In the end he seemed to do all right, 3 kids and a frugal wife. My dad worked hard, did yours work harder? Is that what a thriving investment proves? Well, I'm not saying that he didn't earn the right to take it easy. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure my dad did too. Got the job done right, you couldn't call him lazy, and he wouldn't overcharge you, not like the big names did. He built a house from the ground up, calculating in his head he'd make enough to feed a family and make it home to tuck me into bed. Oh, and he never gave up till his body gave in and his mind grew thin. I know you never can tell how time will treat you. She's a great deceiver. And now he's home every night, he's home every day too, and needs help getting out of his chair and can't remember how to tie his shoes. I've been looking for the safety net, the one that's supposed to catch him when he can't afford the care he needs, and he worked his whole goddamn life. My dad worked hard, did yours work harder? Is that what a comfortable retirement proves? I'm not saying that he didn't earn the right to take it easy. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure my dad did too.
So Rachel is going to sing a little with me on this one. This is a song I wrote about the city where I live, Birmingham. Is there anyone here from Alabama? Oh yeah, a couple. Can I get a Roll Tide in the house? Oh, my bad. I forgot about you guys. Follow me everywhere. Well, this is a song I wrote for a contest they were having in the city of Birmingham to write a song about the city. And I knew that if I was going to write a song about Birmingham, it had to acknowledge, you know, a lot of the dark stuff that's happened there in the past, but I wanted it also to kind of acknowledge where I think we're headed. And so this song's called Side by Side. I ended up winning that contest that I entered it for, and there was a $1,000 prize. So I got to, with that money, buy an engagement ring and then $700 worth of video games. So the moral is you should enter those song contests. If you write songs, that is. But peace, it don't come easy. Love, it don't come free. Martin Luther King said, Lord, I have a dream. Boys and girls of every color walking side by side. Brother, sister, come on, turn that darkness into light. I was born into the heart of Dixieland, holy rollers in the hills of Birmingham. All those summer spent just chasing lightning bugs by night. Heavy stillness in the heat of August and July. But Lord, a wind was stirring from the east to west, set my heart a-blazing deep down in my chest. And I heard that preacher crying out from 16th Street, till we all have freedom, there is no man truly free. On into September, heard the people say things just won't get better. 4 girls died today, but we will rise up singing, truly we shall overcome. And we won't quit singing till that day of glory comes. Peace, it don't come easy. Love, it don't come free. Martin Luther King said, Lord, I have a dream. Boys and girls of every color walking side by side. Brother, sister, come on, turn that darkness into light. Brother, sister, come on, turn that darkness into light. And we shall overcome one day. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart I do believe one day we shall overcome. Thank you.
I've spent a lot of time writing songs about systematic changes I'd like to see. And in more recent times, I found myself divorced, and in a way where I didn't want the divorce. And it kind of set me on a really different path as far as my songwriting went. And I put out a record I've been touring with called Rabbit in the Road. So it's a collection of songs I wrote following the divorce, and I found it's a really different thing, writing about yourself, and in some ways it's entirely the same. This next song I'm going to play you is the title track, Rabbit in the Road, and it came out of me really wanting to write a song about forgiveness and not being quite sure how to do that. It's very hard to force forgiveness inside of yourself, and I think once it was done, I recognized that that even though it was an extremely personal song about one specific person's life, that it was political in a way as well, and applicable in other settings. That it's possible to feel anger and compassion all at once. You're scared of getting stuck, scared to be alone. You're scared of your own history, and now you're scared of all my songs. But there's a beating in your chest, just like the one in mine. And I remember you smiling, I remember all the time. Oh, we'll still grow, not side by side, but on our own. I cannot say I trust you, I don't wanna be your friend, but I think I see your goodness again. Your love is unsurpassed, it burns bright and it burns fast. It's not the kind of love you can count on, but it's stunning while it lasts. You're driven by the impulse, it never lets you rest. And I know you didn't mean to hurt me, you just did what you do best. Oh, we'll still grow old, not side by side, but on our own. I cannot say I trust you, I don't wanna be your friend, but I think I see your goodness again. Oh, sparkling eyes in a crowded room, I still think of you in the springtime when your favorite flowers bloom, when your favorite flowers bloom. You stepped out of the car for the rabbit in the road. You couldn't bear to watch him suffer, lying mangled in the snow, with your hands around his neck. You spared his misery. How swift you gave that rabbit what you couldn't give to me. Oh, we'll still grow old, not side your goodness again.
And good job. That was powerful. I wrote this song, it's called Gentle Woman, and it was kind of born of spending time with someone who wasn't very gentle, and I think gentleness is a trait that gets overlooked a lot, and I think it doesn't mean being mild-mannered, but it's more kind of a kindness in how you deal with people, and so that's kind of what inspired this song, was kind of the hope to meet someone more gentle. Got a heart on the mend and a head full of tunes. Sister sits on the porch, cloud crosses the moon. Oh, oh, and these whispers of you leave their doubts in my mind. I was searching for words, but they're so hard to find. Oh, oh, Lord, send me a gentle woman. Oh, my soul is heavy from living too long in this world alone. And when I get to my home, well, let that screen door swing wide. Open hearts, peaceful tongues, open arms, open eyes. Oh, oh, and I will dance in the hall, and I will tear down these walls. Let my children run free, for they are the wisest of us all. Oh, oh, oh. Well, Lord, send me a gentle woman. Oh, my soul is heavy from living too long in this world alone. Thank
Well, I spent a long time learning about music. I actually started out my life as a violinist, and I always find myself in this career feeling like more of a poet than a musician, and feeling very simple about both the musicality, or specifically about the guitar playing. What I'm about to say is that Wilder's an amazing guitarist, if you haven't noticed yet, and I'm going to have him play along on this song. I've been dreaming about a garden. I wanna be the kind of girl who doesn't kill a garden. I wanna pay the bills and still not kill a garden. And I wanna be successful in my love and my art. Wanna finish what I start. Successful. Not the status, the wealth, but my passion, my health. Successful. Heart of our nations, pride to never be satisfied. Why would you settle? Why would you crawl if you could have it all? I need a vacation from chasing my dreams. Don't we all need a vacation? I wanna write a good song, have long talks with my mom with patience. Heart of our nations, pride to never be satisfied. Bigger and better and never enough. We want time with our families, families would scream.
This is a song I wrote after I was listening to some jazz on the radio, and I heard a song that Billie Holiday sings called P.S. I Love You. I think it's by Johnny Mercer. But what I liked about the song was the whole song is just, it's kind of written as a letter. So I guess you could say it's an epistolary song. And so I wanted to try doing something like that, kind of writing a song that's just kind of a letter to someone else. And so this song is called When You Come Home. I got a lot of things to tell you when you come home. The foxglove is blooming just down the road, and I forget that you're gone till I wake up alone. I got a lot of things to tell you when you come home. Your mother came by, and Lord, she's getting old. I guess I am too. There's a creak in my bones, and I hope you get back before it turns cold. I got a lot of things to tell you when you come home. Passing through, baby, see you soon. P.S. I love you. And I got a lot of things to tell you when you come home. The radio's playing our favorite song. I have been humming all the day long. I got a lot of things to tell you when you come home. I got a lot of things to tell you when you come home. I got a lot of things to tell you when you come home. Home, come home, come home. Thank you.
Well, if I was playing you a longer set, you might notice that woven into my both love songs and breakup songs, that I tend to use female pronouns when talking about my loved one, and that has felt normal to me. I was really lucky to be raised in a family where my sexuality wasn't a problem for anyone, and so I didn't really think about it being a problem. I just kind of entered the world singing about it like that's just the way it goes, and everyone's going to be fine with it. And I know that that is not the case for many folks, and I just recently felt like in starting a new relationship, felt like I wanted to honor that, and had a responsibility to maybe be more forthright, or to be more maybe upfront in your face about that, for those who aren't quite ready to do that yet. What? Sorry. Holy are we, with her hand on my knee, and unyielding reverie. Blessed her lips, and the turn of her wrists. Try and tempt me, I will not resist. Oh, if my greatest sin is to love her, well, you can send me to hell. Patience and prayer, with her hand in my hair. Fears relieved, burdens shared. Oh, if my greatest sin is to love her, well, you can send me to hell. Holding my breath, with her hand at my breast. We are sacred and nothing less. Oh, if my greatest sin is to love her, well, you can send me to hell. Send me to hell for loving well.
I think we've got time for one more song. So thanks for hanging out with us this evening, and hope you enjoy your stay in DC if you're not from here. And we have some merch in the back we didn't get time to set up, but we're going to rush back there, and if you want to buy something from us, then I guess we'll allow that. So and this song's called Smoke Signals. I tried to write to you in cursive, but I had to give it up. I tried pretending I was wealthy, but you know I never had enough. Well, how can I get to you, my darling? I never know just what to say. I have been sending you smoke signals, but the wind blew them away, blew them away. And I can't go back, can't go home without you. Let me in, let your rosebuds come to bloom. You seem to have a grace about you, not like the girls that I knew back home. And I was so wild before I found you, with not a thing to pin my hopes upon. And sometimes the sadness overtakes me, for there's a warring in my soul. Woman, you speak such words of wisdom, they are more comfort than you know, ooh, than you know. I can't go back, can't go on without you. Let me in, let your rosebuds come to bloom, and I can't go back, can't go on without you. Let me in, let your rosebuds come to bloom. Thank you.
Rachael Kilgour, Wilder Adkins. Thank you guys very much for coming. And please come back next Thursday night for our third and final installment of our Exploration of Song series. It's been a pleasure having you. And please join the artists back at the merchandise table and take home a souvenir if you'd like. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.